Hello and welcome to a freshman game between Archbishop Carroll Patriots and Lansdale Catholic. Carroll 0-1, looking to win there. 0-1 at home this year, trying to get their first win here at home. As it'll be Anthony Hobson to start it with the ball. Justin Ducombe on the wing. There's Derek Johnson in the paint to Dylan Gallagher. Johnson to Hobson. The only other starter for Carroll is Gabe Cuffey. There he is, getting the ball, losing it. And now it's Lansdale. Derek Shalak with it, driving in, stripped by Dylan Gallagher. He's driving now, coast to coast. And it'll be a blocking foul on number 44 for Lansdale, Brandon Stewart. The starters for Lansdale: number 50, Bill Mazzaraki; number 42, Lance Gollock; number 44, Brandon Stewart; number 33, Jalen Lewinsky, as Derek Johnson gets blocked; and number 55, Daniel Shalak. Here is Stewart in the corner. And it looks like number 3, Nick Emma, has checked in already for Lansdale. Out. The shot by Stewart, no good. Rebound, Carroll. It's Gabe Cuffey. Out to Hobson. Justin misses. Gabe, rebound, no good. Going the other way with it. And it'll be off a Carroll defender here, as Lansdale will retain possession. 5 minutes, 45 left in the first quarter. No score here in this one so far. And it's stripped. Justin with the ball. He's stripped by Bill Mazzaraki. And into the paint goes Brandon Stewart. He misses. Fighting for the rebound. And it'll remain Lansdale as they'll set. Never mind. It'll go to Carroll, as it was last off of Bill Mazzaraki. Here comes Hobson. He's got it. Looking for Dylan on the top of the key. He shoots, gets the three. No good. Mazzaraki with the board. Up the court is Emma. Stripped by Justin. And they're going to call a blocking foul here on Nick Emma. That'll be his first. Second for Lansdale. Here comes Hobson. Carroll looking for their first bucket of the game. They've only had 2 attempts, both misses. Here is Johnson to Gabe, who led the team with 10 in their last game. No good. Gabe gets his own miss, and he loses it out of bounds. It'll be Lansdale ball. Here is for Lansdale, it's Brandon Stewart with it at the key. There's Lance Goldlock. Back to Stewart. He drives in. Gets stopped by Johnson. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound by Gabe. He passes it out to Hobson. Runs down. Hobson to Justin, who had 7 fourth-quarter points in their last home game. Hobson, top of the key. Dylan Gallagher with it. He's guarded by Gollock. Gabe with it, top of the key. He's looking for someone. He finds Justin, who shoots a 3, no good. And Lansdale can't come up with the rebound. It goes off of Daniel Shalak, and it'll remain Carroll basketball. Still no points in this one. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hobson with it, loses it for a minute. Reins it back, drives in, and it gets stripped. He gets it back again, taps it out to Derek Johnson. Johnson to Gallagher. Gallagher drives, loses it. They're going to say it hit his knee, and it'll be Lansdale ball. Already about 3 minutes in, no scoring yet. Both teams getting aggressive defensively, forcing turnovers. And here is, and that'll go off of Lansdale. I think it went off Nick or Emma, and it'll be and Gable inbound to Anthony Hobson. Neither team has gone to their bench. Justin inside, and looks like there will be a foul here on Nick Emma, sorry, and that'll be his second. Call a blocking foul on him. Hobson inside of Johnson, right back out to Hobson. He shoots the jumper, no good. Lance Goloff with the ball. He gives it to Mazzaraki. To Emma, to Mazzaraki again. He's trapped. Dillon forcing it. Carroll hoping he would step out of bounds, but he didn't, but they still get the ball on the turnover. Bad pass by Dillon, goes to Golden, all the way up to Stewart, who misses it, and it'll be a jump ball. That was forced by Anthony Hobson, who was able to force the jump ball after Lance Goldock got the rebound. And it'll remain Lansdale ball here. About 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Still no score. The three, no good by Brandon Stewart. Right back out to Emma, who misses that three as well. And they're going to call a foul on Bill Mazzaraki. That foul on Mazzaraki is his first, and it gives Lansdale 4 in the game already. And 4 in this first quarter, I should say. To Justin, drives in, no good. He tries to get the miss, he does, tips it out to Dillon. Dillon loses the dribbling, tries to save the backcourt violation, he does. Gets it to Derek Johnson, his pass is tipped. Justin Ducombe has it. Carroll coach telling Justin to reset, start a new play. Justin picked up his dribble. Hobson loses it, and that'll be a backcourt violation by Carroll. We got about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Both teams have yet to score in this one, as it'll be Shalak to inbound. Sorry. Here's Stewart. He gets it to Emma in the corner to Goloff. Drives in, floater no good. Tipped by Gabe, back to Goloff, outside, and the three is no good by Shalak. That was Derek Johnson with the rebound. Anthony Hobson gives it to Gabe, all the way over to Justin. Drives in, Mazzaraki with the good defense, forces the miss. Up comes Emma, drives in, does a great job driving in, but can't finish. He loses it off of himself. Carroll again trapping him Carroll doing a great job trapping him in the corner there, and forced him to lose it and force it out of bounds. Both teams making switch. For Carroll, Justin Ducombe will come out, and for him will be Jake Johnson. And Derek Johnson will come out, and then for him is number 14, Christian Chevelle. For Lansdale, their switch is Jalen Lewinsky's back in the game, number 33. He is in for Lance Gutlock, and here's Hobson looking for Gabe inside, but that was cut off. Here is Christian Chevelle, who drives in, floater no good. And that'll go off of Jalen Lewinsky as Carroll will retain. Both teams looking for their first points in this one, as it's 0-0. And now we got exactly a minute left on the clock. And Chevelle misses the inbounds to Dillon, but Dillon able to go back and get it. He's guarded by Mazzaraki. To Jake Johnson. Johnson had 4 in the last home game that we covered. And it's Chevelle who misses the pass to Dillon. Little miscommunication there. Dillon stopped at the 3-point arc Chevelle thought he would keep coming out. As here's Lewinsky to Shalak. 40 seconds left. Don't think Lansdale will take the time off the clock here. They're looking for a bucket fast. Trapped in the corner is Lewinsky. He can't get out of it. Now he finally does. Emma got that pass. Back to Lewinsky. Lewinsky throws it out of bounds, missing Emma. And it'll be Carroll ball. As 26 seconds. And now the ref will call time. And I don't know what's going on here. I think it was the ref's time. I do not think a team called the timeout, but we'll see what's going on here. I believe it was a timeout by Lansdale. Carroll getting their guys ready. I think their coach is saying, hey, if we can get an easy shot, look for it. We need points. We're playing great defense, but we need to get some offense. And I think the same can be said for Lansdale. No points through the first quarter so far. I mean, there is 25 seconds left, so each team could get a possession here. Unless Carroll decides to drain the clock out. It'll be Hobson. He has it to Johnson on the wing. Not a lot of offense creating. Gabe gets 2 screens. Out to Dylan. To Hobson. Corner. 3. Shot. No good. Gabe with the save. And it'll be Lansdale ball. Gabe thought it went off with Shalak. He tried to bounce it off his knee. But the ref says it went off with Gabe. Carroll with the press. Stewart with the toss. But no good. Stewart tossed it to Shalak. Shalak missed the layup, and time expired. As we are through the first quarter in this one, both teams have scored 0 points so far. As this is a nail-biter defensively. Both teams playing great on that mark, but offensively, we're lacking some points in this one. Carroll scored 36 last week when they were home. I believe they had an away game this weekend. Sounds like Carroll's coach telling his guys, hey, doing a great job forcing turnovers, steals, forcing bad shots by Lansdale, but offensively not playing the way they want to. Obviously want to set up some plays and get some buckets, but neither team has been able to do that. Definitely looks like Lansdale is drawing up something over there. They got everybody over there thinking of some way to break the Carroll defense. Carroll really hasn't gotten the ball stolen from them. They forced a couple bad passes that went out of bounds. But they're looking to be the first to score in this one. As Carroll will have it here to start the quarter. If you're just joining in, we're starting the second quarter here. Both teams tied at 0, as neither team scored in the first 7 minutes of play. The starters for Carroll here in the second quarter, as James Wright checked in. He gives it to Jake Johnson, no good, and Gabe Coffey scores the first points of the game, as it is now 2-0 Carroll. As I said, Jake Johnson, he's still in. Dylan Gallagher and Gabe Coffey still in, as is Christian Chevelle. For Lansdale, as Mazzaraki with the miss, he stays in with Shellock. Brandon Seward's still in the game. Lewinsky and Emma, I believe, checked back in. As there's James Wright getting the layup to go. As now Carroll can rely on their biggest strength, which is their defense. The 3 by Stewart, and he makes it. Lansdale's first points of the game come off the 3 by Stewart. Here's Carroll. James Wright brings it up, calls the play. Gets it to Chavero. To Dillon. On the post, drives in. Didn't get fouled. Good defense by Mazzaraki. And here comes some switches for Carroll. Derek Johnson checks back in. He'll check in for Gallagher. And for Cuffey, it'll be Troy Clark. A little miscommunication there. As Chevelle missed the cutter. And for Chevelle, it'll be number 3, Tony Williams, for the first time. For Lansdale, they made substitutions. Number 42, Lance Golock, has checked back in. And number 11 for the first time, Shane Leones, who gets it to Mazzaraki. Out to Shellock. No good on the 3. Maybe it was a pass to Golden. We'll never know. Shellock drives in. No good. Mazzaraki the board. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Jay Johnson with the rebound. Carroll trying to extend the lead. It's 4-3 Carroll. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. Johnson to Wright. Top of the key. Carroll coach telling them to swing it. Yelling how to play. Tony Williams with it. Williams hit a 3 in the first game of the season. To James Wright. Wright to Jay Johnson. Trying to create separation is Carroll. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Tip pass by Johnson to Tony Williams with the floater, but he stumbled into it and it's no good, in and out. Here is Stewart. He drives in, coast to coast. Almost had the layup, but he got fouled by number 33, Derek Johnson. It'll be 2 shots for Stewart. And he misses the front end. Lansdale looking to tie the game up here. And he misses the second as well. Right with the rebound. Wright gets stripped by Stewart. Carroll looking for help. And Wright able to get it to Tony Williams, who's pressed by Shalak. Looks like Lansdale went with a little bit of a press there, trying to trap Carroll, force some more turnovers. Jay Johnson with it to Wright. Inside the Johnson. Almost gets stripped by Shalak. He gets it out to Wright. Wright on the wing, on the corner, sorry. Out to Williams. Tony Williams to Johnson, who had 4 in there in the season opener as well. Williams, top of the key. Carroll calling a play. 3 minutes, 35 left in the second quarter. Johnson, top of the key. He drives on goal lock. And they're going to call it on goal lock here. That'll be his first. And for Jay Johnson, for Carroll, number 20, Danny Howard will check in. For Bill Mazzaraki of Lansdale, number 50, number 1, Daniel Johnson will check in. That'll be his first on the court. Danny Howard gets in the paint, but he gets stripped by Golock. Up with it is Golock, who flips it to Johnson. Out to number 44, Brandon Stewart, who misses the 3. Stewart has the only points of the game for Lansdale, that 3. And checked out for Nick Emma, who's checked in now for him. Carroll's got 4. Gabe scored and James Wright scored. Those are the 4 Carroll points. As Tony Williams with it. Danny Howard got a tall lineup in for Carroll with Troy Clark, Derek Johnson, and Danny Howard, but Lansdale using it to their advantage, trying to force turnovers as they're trapping, force the bad pass, intercepted by Lions, and it'll be a foul. Number 3, Tony Williams, picks that one up. That'll be his first. And the miss by Golok, rebounded by, and there it is. Lyons with the putback. That'll be his first points of the game. And that'll give Lansdale the lead here with 2:30 left in the second quarter. Williams, top of the key to Troy Clark. Looking for somebody. He gets Danny Howard. He's got it. Guarded up close and personal by Shalak. Loses it for a second, tips it to Williams, goes off of Williams. And it'll be Lansdale ball. Second quarter, both teams have finally scored, but both have been showing that great defense. And Carroll, it's a full substitution. Number 22, Ethan Casper is in. Number 30, Jonathan Francis is in. Number 15, Tyre Phillips is in. Number 13, Connell Pulaski is in. As Daniel Johnson, no good, from Emma. And also number 25, Joe Gessig is in. That rebound will go to Phillips. Here is Phillips, guarded by Shalak, who's really played great defense all the way up to Leones, who makes the scoop and score. And that'll be his 4 points. That'll give him 4 points in the game. Lansdale now leads 7-4. Trying to keep this lead into halftime. Tyre Phillips with it, stripped again by Shalak, but he gets it back. Ethan Casper with it. And they're going to call a foul on number 42, Lance Golok. That'll be his second. As Leon's leading scorer for Lansdale come out, and number 44, Brandon Stewart, who has 3 points of his own, comes in. It'll be Francis. Screen. Drives in, gets fouled. That'll be on number 55, Daniel Shalak. That'll be his first foul, and that'll give Lansdale 7 fouls in this first half. And that'll send Francis to the line. And he makes the first. As in comes Mazaraki. And out goes Daniel Johnson. Francis looking to cut it to a 1-point deficit. No good. Mazaraki with the rebound. Tipped by Joe Gessig. And they'll say it goes out from him. Nobody else touched it. Stewart inbounds it to Emma. Carroll looking to press. But then they go back into defense. To Mazaraki. Inside to Stewart. No good. Mazaraki the rebound. Puts it back. But no good. And Francis with the rebound. He has it. Drives up, kicks back out. Here's Pulaski to Casper. Gessig in the corner. And it's tipped by Brandon Stewart, and it'll remain Carroll basketball. Gessig inbounds it to Francis. Looks like Carroll's going to take the last shot in this one. Francis drives in, and it's blocked by Shalak. And they're going to say goes off of Francis, and it'll be Lansdale ball. Here's Stewart. They're going to call foul. They're going to call it on Joe Gessig, number 25. That'll be his first foul of the game. Lansdale looking for a last-second shot here. Should say 7-second shot. Up by 2 is Lansdale. Stewart with it, top of the key. To Mazaraki, and they won't get it off. And we'll go into halftime with Carroll trailing by 2. And we're back, getting ready for the second half in this game. Carroll trailing 5-7 to Lansdale. Been a low-scoring first half, but for Lansdale, their points, Leones has 4, Stewart has 3. For Carroll, Gabe Cuffey had 2, James Wright had 2, Jonathan Francis had 1 from the line. And the inbounds will go to Brandon Stewart. He drives in, floater, bounces in, and he gets 5 now. The other starters are Emma, number 3, starts for Lansdale in the second half, as Hobson gets a layup of his own. That's his first points of the game. And here is Daniel Shalak, and they're going to call it on the floor. It'll be on Justin Ducombe. So for Lansdale, Bill Mazzaraki, number 50. Number 42, Lance Gulock. Number 3, Nick Arama. Number 44, Brandon Stewart. Number 55, Daniel Shalak. For Carroll, their starters are back in here. Justin Ducombe, number 1. Anthony Hobson, number 12. Number 35, Dylan Gallagher. There's Gabe Cuffey, number 31, as he tips that out of bounds. And number 33, Derek Johnson. Low scoring first half. Both teams played tremendous defense, but both teams also struggled offensively when they didn't get good defense. Gallagher kicks it out to Gabe, drives in, no good. Mazzaraki with the rebound. He got a lot of those in the first half. And the foul will... Hard to tell who the foul was on. I don't know if it was on Gabe Cuffey or Dylan Gallagher, because it looked like the official had a 3, but I don't know who it was on. As here's Stewart, he has it to Arama. Hobson guarding him up closely. Saw a lot of that in the first half. A lot of up close defense by both teams, forcing inside paint shots, but then everybody coming in and forcing the miss. Okay. That last foul, who I didn't know it was on Anthony Hobson. That was his first of the game. As here's Dylan Gallagher, guarded by Mazzaraki, gets it into Johnson, and he's stripped by Lance Gulock. To Stewart, up above, and they call a foul on Justin Ducombe. That'll be his second. Sorry. That'll be his third. I was reading the scoreboard wrong, as Anthony Hobson did not pick up a foul. It was Ducombe who picked up the last 2 fouls, and he has 3. Hobson has it to Gallagher from deep. Swish. Dylan Gallagher, his first points of the game, as he makes the 3 and gives Carroll the lead here with 5 minutes to go in the third, 10-9. Carroll pressing. Gulock almost lost it. Ducombe on him, tries to trap him. Stewart with it. Stewart inside. Great pass. Sherlock just can't finish. Gallagher has it inside. Him and Mazzaraki get tangled up. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to Carroll. Great hustle there by Gallagher and Mazzaraki, as for the first time, number 23, Brian Torellis, will come in, as Gulock will take a seat. Here's Hobson. Again, he has 2 in the game. Gallagher, he just got his first points of the game on that 3. Gets it to Johnson. Inside to Ducombe. Great pass by Johnson. Ducombe just can't finish. Johnson steals it. Up to Ducombe. Another great pass by Johnson. Ducombe, great finish. That'll be Ducombe's first bucket of the game. And Carroll holds the largest lead of the game by 3. They had 3 earlier in the game. They led by 3 earlier in the game, I should say. Here's Dukem with it to Hobson. He brings it up. Cuts inside. Great finish. Hobson now has 4 in the game. And he forces the timeout by Lansdale. And that will give the 14-9 advantage to Carroll here with 3 minutes and 40 to go in the third. Both teams starting to show offense here. Been shown about how to beat the other team's defense at halftime. Both teams kind of acting on that. Carroll looks like their game has been get the rebound, send 2 gunners on the field up the court, and get them great looks inside, quick possessions. Whereas Lansdale has tried to sit, do the fast-paced mentality as well, but also slow it down if Carroll's defense gets back. Lansdale makes no changes, neither does Carroll. Both teams staying with the lineup they previously had on the court. And Lansdale will inbound it. And looks like Carroll will go with a press here. We've seen it a few times tonight. The press. Dukem on Stewart. Lansdale trying to give Stewart some room. Gabe guarding Shalak. Drives in, no good. Hobson with the rebound. And there it is, that fast-paced offense, but he gets picked off by Torellis, and the ball will go out of bounds. Lansdale will remain possession. We've seen a lot of that here in the second half. A quick rebound by Carroll, and a quick fast-pace, and that'll be a foul as Shalak misses the layup. And that'll go on Johnson. That'll be his second. But as I was saying, a lot of that fast pace, once Carroll gets a rebound, they send Gabe and Dylan right up the court and try to get him a quick pass. As the first one is good by Shalak. That'll be his first point of the game. And that'll cut the deficit to 4. And he makes the second. Give him 2. Cut that lead to 3. And I'll tell you, with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, this will be a close game. Hasn't been a ton of offense, but it stayed close enough to where it'll be a good game down the stretch. Mazzaraki gets the rebound to Stewart, brings it up. Nice spin move, drives in, and he finishes. Great finish by Brandon Stewart. Give him 7 in the game, and Hobson will bring it up. Lansdale now trailing by 1. Hobson to Dukem. Inside to Gabe. Wide open look, and he makes it. Great find by Justin Dukem. Here's Stewart. He is 7 in the game. Inside to Mazzaraki. To Sella. To Stewart. Drives in on Dukem. Reverse layup, great layup. Great finish, I should say, by Brandon Stewart. Give him 6 in the third quarter, 9 overall. And that'll give Lansdale the lead here. Sorry, no, it'll give him a trail by 1. Dukem no good from 3. And it goes off of Mazzaraki. And here comes substitutions. For Lansdale, number 25. Nadan Mackley checks in, and number 11, Shane Leones. And Carroll checked in, as you saw there, number 14, Christian Chevelle. Number 44, Troy Clark checks in, as Gabe Cuffey gets his 3rd bucket of the game, give him 6. Dylan Gallagher stayed in, and Jake Johnson, number 5, checked in as well during that substitution. Up with it was Shalak, and Gabe Cuffey just said, no thank you, and spots it out of bounds. Lansdale will remain possession. Tries to get it inside. Gabe with the steal, and he's going coast to coast. Oh, it was tipped away by Mackley. And the bucket, I believe, went to Shalak. Carroll calling a play. Jake Johnson, the three, no good. Rebound by Makeley. Stewart with it. He's played a lot in this one. Showing a lot of effort. He steps back for three, no good. The rebound try by Makeley forces him into the wall and doesn't get the ball back in bounds. So it'll be Carroll ball. Even bound to Christian Cheville. Carroll looking to hold on to their lead into the fourth quarter as we have about 50 seconds left in the third. Here's Cheville, and they're calling for a travel here. And number 23, Brian Chirelis, has checked in here. Sorry, number 33, Jalen Lewinsky, not 23, 33, Jalen Lewinsky checked in. Here's Leonis to Makeley. He gets it. Trapped in the Clark, and that'll be an easy open layup for Stewart. Give him 8 in the quarter, 11 in the game, and give Lansdale the lead. Almost stolen. Poked out of bounds by Lewinsky, playing a hard, aggressive defense there on Cheville. Number 1, Daniel Johnson checks in for Shalak. Lansdale trying to get their starters some rest here before the fourth quarter. Here's Jake Johnson to Cheville. He has it. Again, Lewinsky guarding him aggressively. And they call the charge. Shane Leonis forcing the charge on number 14, Christian Cheville. That'll be Cheville's first. We saw in the home opener last week, I should say, Pat Rulo for Devon Prep had 3 charges and the wide open layup is good for Daniel Johnson. What a third quarter by Lansdale. They take the lead 21-18. Both teams had great offense in that quarter, with Brandon Seward for Lansdale leading with 9 points. Give him 12 overall. Daniel Shalak now had 4 in the quarter. Daniel Johnson had 2. And Leonis has 4, which he scored in the second quarter. Carroll had a lot of scoring too. Anthony Hobson had 4. Justin Ducombe had 2. Gabe Cuffey had 4. Dylan Gallagher had 3. All in that third quarter. Gabe has 6 overall. He leads Carroll. James Wright has 2. Jonathan Francis has 1. But Stewart has 11 points of his own. I think I said 12, but he has 11 overall. Out to Makeley as we get started here in the fourth quarter. The 3 by Leonis, no good. Maybe it was a pass to Johnson. He gets it, tries to put it up, no good. And they call it on number 33, Jalen Lewinsky. He has been very aggressive since coming out. He came in with about a minute left in the third, and he has played aggressive defense, try to get the rebound there, but they'll call him for a foul. Carroll made no switches, still got Gallagher, Gabe Cuffey, Troy Clark, Cheville, and Jake Johnson. Dylan for 3, bangs it home. That's his second triple of the game, give him 6 overall. To Makeley, turnover to Dylan. He drives in, and 1! Great play by Dylan Gallagher, taking it the whole way. And that foul was on today, Makeley. That'll be his first. Both teams making substitutions here. As Derek Johnson checks in Danny Howard checks in. Tony Williams for Carroll. And James Wright for Carroll all check in. Lansdale. Mazzaraki checks back in. Shaylock checks back in. Gallagher, no good. Fights for his own miss. But Goldlock will get it. And they're going to say that it's a jump ball, and it'll be Carroll basketball. Carroll gets it back here. Inside to Johnson. Back to Gallagher. And it's stolen by Stewart. Guarded by Wright. All the way up the court. Carroll, after that 3 and the and 1 for Gallagher, up by 2, but that's a race by Stewart. That'll give him 13. And there's Stewart again with the steal. And that'll be a foul on James Wright. That'll be his first. Lansdale to Stewart. And he makes the bucket, and he's on fire now. He struggled in the first quarter shooting, but he's doing a great job here. Got 4 already in the fourth quarter, and he's leading his team to victory. Tony Williams, I don't know if it was tipped or he just slipped off his fingers, but he shoots that one, no good. Rebound by Goak. Here comes Stewart, as he's been the leading scorer in the game, 15. He outscores his own team 15-10 to give him a total of 25. The foul will be on number 20 for Carroll, which is Danny Howard. That'll be his first. Looks like it'll be a 1-on-1 here. Stewart trying to make the first so he can get an attempt at the second. And he makes it, so he'll get to shoot another free throw. And he makes the second. Give him 6 in this quarter. And he has been on fire in the second half. Out of his 17 points, 14 of them have come in the second half. Tony Williams has it now. Carroll trying to bounce back after a 4-0 run by Lansdale. Inside to Johnson. Gets it up. No good. The rim wasn't having that one as it bounced in and out. Stewart with it. Goak open in the corner. They get it to him. He drives in. No good. Danny Howard with the rebound. He hands it off to Tony Williams. Williams bringing it up. We got 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be intense. Carroll trying to stay in it, down by 4. To James Wright. Johnson outside. He drives in, stops, kicks it out to Gallagher. Dylan Gallagher has 5 points so far in this fourth. Tony Williams, the floater, no good. Mazzaraki with the rebound. Shaylock's got it. He drives in. Great finish by Shaylock. Give him 6 in the game. Great drive, great finish by Shaylock. Gallagher meant to pass it to Howard, and James Wright, the toss-up pass, trying to get it to Howard, and it's blocked by Shaylock. And it'll be out on Nick Arama, so it'll be Carroll basketball. In for Carroll, Anthony Hobson checks back in, Gabe Cuffey checks back in, and Justin Ducombe, also known as the starters for Carroll. Lansdale had their starters in from the beginning of this fourth. Gallagher with it. He has 5 so far in this quarter. To Johnson. Back out to Gallagher from 3. Bangs it home! His 3rd triple of the night. Give him a total of 11. Carroll forcing the throw. Nobody home. Johnson trying to get the block, but Shaylock makes the bucket, and he's fired up. Give him 8 in the game. Here's Hobson. I told you it was Dylan Gallagher again from 3, no good. Goes out to Stewart. I said it in the second quarter. The first quarter had no scoring, but it was going to get good late, and it has. Stewart, the floater, no good. Gabe with the rebound. Carroll trying to get back in this game. 3 minutes to go. Hobson to Dukem. The turnaround, fadeaway jumper, I should say. No good. And Sherlock just went by the whole Carroll defense for another layup. Hobson, and they'll call the blocking foul on number 42. Good luck. And it'll be 2 for Anthony Hobson, trying to get Carroll back in this game. Down by 7. And he makes the first. Great way if you're Carroll to get back in the game. If you get a lot of, if you get some looks at the line, free throws, and you make them, they're 3 points and no time comes off the clock. And he makes the second. Great job by Hobson at the line. Give him 6 in the game. And here is Golock breaking the press. Carroll trying to force a turnover early. Out to Stewart. Lansdale's strategy now is to waste as much time as possible and play great defense. Out to Emma. Surprised he shot it. Stewart with it. Floater no good. Gabe secures the rebound. And they'll foul him. It'll go on Brandon Stewart, number 44. Forgot to mention during the last break in action, Dylan Gallagher checked out. Jake Johnson checked in for him. Hobson wasting time with the roll the ball strategy on the inbounds play. Johnson in the corner for 3. No good. Maseraki with the rebound. Good luck, almost stripped. Dukem on him. Maseraki. Emma shooting it again, and he'll make the 3. Even though you want to waste time, I guess if you're Emma and you can make 3s, go ahead and shoot them. To Gabe in the corner for 3. Overshot it. That's a bullet pass right there to Hobson. Compliments of Sherlock. And it'll go off of Sherlock. Be Carroll basketball. And Dylan Gallagher coming. Carroll trailing by 8. Gallagher has 8 points in this quarter, and he can hit it from deep, so good strategy by the Carroll coach. Get your 3-point shooter in there if you need some 3s to come back. Dukem with it inside. Great finish by Dukem. Carroll coach screaming, get up, get up, get up, force a turnover. And then Lansdale calls a timeout. Carroll trailing by 6 in this one. But good strategy there with the layup by Dukem. You don't need 3s to get back in the game. If you can force turnovers and just get 2 every possession, you can make your way into it and doesn't waste a ton of time off the clock. Don't need to be shooting deep 3s when you can miss them. When you can shoot easy open layups like Dukem did there. Carroll going over their press, trying to force a turnover on the inbound. Lansdale, they have to be going over how to beat the press. Don't turn the ball over. And especially if you're Nick or Emma, don't shoot the ball. Waste some time. That would be the strategy here late. And here we go. It's been a thriller here in the fourth quarter. Started off a little slow, both teams lacking every single play on offense. Just had no life in them, but ever since the second quarter, it's been a great game. Into Emma, loses it for a second, but it's picked up by Golock. He's guarded by Gallagher. Back to Emma, looking for the trap. No good. Stewart with it, guarded by Hobson. Looks like a bit of waste clock here. Golock with it, almost lost it. Dukem got the press on him. Justin Dukem thought it went off of Gulak, but went off of Dukem. It'll remain Lansdale basketball. In the backcourt to Stewart. Great defense by Hobson. Almost forced him to step out of bounds. Makes Stewart lose the ball for a second. Regains it to Gulak. Guarded by Dukem. Dylan steals it for a second, but he can't catch it, and it goes out of bounds. 40 seconds left, down by 6. You got to be thinking now. Carroll's got to be thinking about threes on offense, but they got to get a turnover now, or starts a foul. Stewart with it to Goodluck, and they're saying to foul, and they do. 30 seconds to go in the game, and Carroll fouls. Good strategy there if you're the coach. Got to get possessions, and it'll be a 1-on-1. The foul was on Justin Dukem. That'll be his 4th. Go up to the line. He has no points in this one. Looking for his first. Could be a good strategy for Carroll. Put somebody into the line. If they miss it, you could get points. And Johnson can't come up with the rebound. But I believe there was like something happened with Mazeroski. Gallagher gets fouled shooting a 3. And he'll get 3 shots at the line. Great play by Dylan Gallagher. He was triple teamed, but he forced up the shot, and he'll get 3 at the line. The foul was on number 42, Lance Gullock. That'll be his 4th. Gallagher misses the first. No worries though. Got 20 seconds. Down by 6. If you get 2 every 3 seconds, you still have about 12 seconds left. 14 seconds left, I should say. Gallagher makes the second. Carroll could actually use a miss here. And Gallagher makes it. Give him 13. Carroll trying to get turnover. And looks like the foul will be on Anthony Hobson. That'll be his first. And it'll be 1-1. So Carroll again. Great chance here if Stewart misses it. But Stewart, I believe, made his first 2 free throws. His only 2 free throws. And he makes another one here. Brendan Stewart has been phenomenal in this game. No points in the first. But he's got after that bucket there, 19 points. Hobson loses it. Gallagher picks it up. Shoots the floater, no good. Gage gets it off of Schillock. And that'll remain Carroll basketball. 9 seconds to go. Trailing by 6 is Carroll. Out to Hobson. He doesn't want to shoot the 3. And it's stolen by Schillock. And good call by Land. And he will shoot the basketball. Weird play there. Lansdale didn't want him to shoot it, but he did anyway. But that'll be it for the freshman game here as Carroll falls this one 40-32. Great game by Brandon Stewart, who finishes with 19. Daniel Schillock had 11. Daniel Johnson had 2. Leones had 4. Emma had 3. For Carroll, their leading scorer was Dylan Gallagher, who had 13. Gabe Cuffey had 6. Anthony Hobson finished with 6. Dukem had 4. And James Wright had 2. And Jonathan Francis had 1. For our executive producer, Dylan Gallagher, who's working both camera and graphics today, and for me, Billy Englert, signing off now, and we will see you Wednesday at 6 o'clock as Carroll, the varsity boys basketball team for Carroll, looks to pick up a win against Father Judge. And for now, roll on, Pats.